Hey, it's Adam from Edge. I'm here in the studio because I want to kick off a series of videos all about Windows 7 application compatibility and deployment. You know, there's some changes we've made to the operating system that are going to create some special...
Hang on a second, Adam. Hang on. I know, hey. I'm crashing the set.
I was recording.
It's all right. You know, let's get real a little bit about this stuff. Because Windows 7, it's got a lot of buzz. It's got a lot of buzz. But I'm also hearing a lot of things from a lot of IT pros out there around Windows 7. Maybe we can help dispel some of these myths before you finish off with this big video you've got going on here.
Okay.
So the first thing that I'm hearing, I can't upgrade from Windows XP. It's huge.
All right, let me back up and clarify what that means. If I've got a Windows XP machine now and I take my Win 7 DVD and I drop it in, the upgrade option is grayed out. I can only do a clean new install. Now that doesn't mean we can't move all the user settings across from that machine to another. If you use things like the Microsoft Deployment Toolkit, we can capture all the settings on the machine and you know, all the user's personal files and things. We can lay down Windows 7 and then put those files back in place. So you still got to reinstall your apps, but we can still lay down the operating system. We can still migrate all the user's data. So as Joey likes to say, Sally in accounting can still get her kitty cat wallpaper, and that's all hands off for us from an IT perspective. It's not an upgrade per se, but we can certainly move all the user's data in a hands-off way.
So migration, I don't have to worry so much about it.
Yeah.
Okay. The second piece, and I heard you kind of mention it before, is application compatibility. Right, so you know, we remember some of the headaches that we have with Windows Vista. Mm-hmm. So there's this XP mode. It's going to solve all of my problems.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. So let me speak to application compatibility first, because you're right. You mentioned Vista. We made changes in the operating system, made it more secure, made it more reliable. As a result, that broke some applications. Windows 7 brought all that forward as well. So if an app didn't, you know, if an app had compatibility issues with Vista, entirely likely the same issues are going to take place in Windows 7. So one of the mitigating things that we offered was XP mode, which at the heart is simply a Windows XP virtual machine running in virtual PC. We've done some clever stuff with the UI so you can launch applications and they look like they're running locally, but they're really running inside that virtual machine. So it's one thing to remember though is that's just one of the options available for application compatibility. We've got some other ways we can do that. We can sometimes shim apps. Maybe you can rewrite your app. Maybe there's upgrades available. We've got a whole application compatibility video that tells you how to find out what your apps are and how to make them work. But one of the things to keep in mind is XP mode isn't the only way to get your apps running. Because just think about, you know, the fact that I've now got a second operating system on all those machines, right?
Yep.
Got Windows 7, I got Windows XP, so all the management, all the you know, things that come along with a second operating system is what I'm signing up for there. So that's why we'll have another video. We'll talk about MedV and VDI and some of these other options to help you centrally manage that XP compatibility version that you may be running.
So finally, I guess the last thing is, how do I get Windows 7 deployed? I mean, am I going to have to go invest a ton of money in a new deployment infrastructure or change the way I'm doing it now if I've already got it?
Yeah, I hear people say that. They're like, I can't afford new deployment tools. I can't afford to deploy this. I'm just going to wait and get it on my new machines. The reality is there are a lot of free tools that we've spent a lot of time putting together. You know, we've got the engineering, the administrative install kit. We've got things like Windows Deployment Services in Server 2008. You know, imaging tools. We give you all that stuff we make it available for free. We can make that deployment very easy. There's lots of strong tools. And again, we'll devote a video to deployment. In fact, I'm going to put you on the hook for that, Joey. I want you to be able to tell us all about what our deployment options are and how I can get the operating system down.
I think that means I should probably go brush up on my deployment skills a little bit. You continue on with your little studio video here. Sorry to interrupt.
See what I did there? As I was saying at the beginning, this video kicks off a series around application and deployment for Windows 7. There's lots of tools available. We just want to expose them to you, make sure you know what your options are for application compatibility for deployments. It's going to be worth it. Windows 7 is more reliable, more secure, more manageable than any other operating system that we've ever come out with, and we want to make it as easy as possible for you to make that migration. So watch this space for more information.